And switching gears now, we're joined by Richard Southern once again to chat about some of the day's more interesting stories. And I know, Richard, you're always following this. The Pentagon now continues to investigate an increasing number of UFO sightings. And once again, we're seeing new video.
Yeah, I mean, it continues to be, I think, the biggest story that should be a much bigger story than it is, Erica, but we're following it closely. Indeed, there has been a new video confirmed by the U.S. Pentagon to be authentic. This is, we're looking at it here. It was shot aboard the USS Omaha on July 15th, 2019. It shows a 6-foot sphere traveling alongside the ship, hovering, and then disappearing into the waters of the Pacific Ocean. Now, it was night and dark outside. We're looking at thermal video here. It's been reported that as many as 14 of these spheres surrounded the Omaha and were detected by the ship's sensors as well. Now, we've seen the Pentagon confirm several videos like this over the past 2 or 3 years. They're all part of a U.S. government task force investigation into exactly what this is. And that task force is set to release a public report by June 1st. It'll be interesting to see how detailed that report is. It's been reported, Erica, that there is high definition video of these incidents and, more detailed sensor and radar tracks. Whether or not we get that on June 1st is going to be a big question, but certainly very notable that the U.S. government says, here's another video. We don't know what it is, but it's authentic.
Definitely. And the magazine show 60 Minutes, I did watch this last night. They actually did a deep dive into UFO sightings last night, and there were some startling revelations, Richard.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff is what you and I have been talking about the past couple of years, Erica, but very notable to see it on 60 Minutes. What's important about this whole subject, UFOs and the U.S. military? What's important to understand is that these objects observed by the U.S. military defy the laws of physics as we understand them. So here's a clip of Luis Elizondo, a former U.S. Defense Department executive, talking about exactly how these objects broke the laws of physics. Take a look.
Imagine a technology that can do 600 to 700 G-forces, that can fly at 13,000 miles an hour, that it can evade radar, and that can fly through air and water and possibly space, and oh, by the way, has no obvious signs of propulsion, no wings, no control surfaces, and yet still can defy the natural effects of Earth's gravity. That's precisely what we're seeing.
And Erica, 60 Minutes also interviewing sitting U.S. Senator Marco Rubio last night. He called for the U.S. government to take these incidents seriously. It was an interesting report, wasn't it, last night, Erica?
I think so, yeah. And you know what? It convinced me a little bit more. I mean, it's worth investigating because we don't know what's behind this. It's unidentified flying objects or aerial phenomenon, I think is what they're calling it. And if we don't know what's behind it, it's worth investigating whether it's aliens or not. I don't know, but it could be something else. It could be another country.
Even if it's another country,
right.
The U.S. says we're really worried about that for sure.
Yeah. And let's switch gears now. Australia's oldest man recently celebrated a birthday, and he's got a very unusual secret to his longevity.
He's 111 years old, Erica, as you say, Australia's oldest man, and his name is Dexter Kruger, and they asked him, listen, what's your secret? You know what he said? Chicken brains. He eats chicken brains once a week, Erica.
Okay. Does that mean that's on the menu for you now, Richard?
I'm going to throw it on. Why not? I love when we interview, great people like him who reach an old age and they say, well, I smoke a pack a day still and I drink whiskey every night. I like that idea much more than chicken brains. But you know what? Maybe we'll give it a shot. He credits that to his longevity. He also says his simple rural lifestyle has kept him young into his old age, Eric.
Interesting. Okay, well, that's, I don't know if I'm going to try chicken brains anytime soon, but ask me maybe in about 30 years or so.
Maybe they'll start looking a bit tastier as you get older, yeah.
Okay, thanks, Richard, as always. We'll see you again tomorrow.
See ya.